We are all on a journey, and it's not just a journey through space and time, but a journey of the soul. You may have heard the term fifth dimension tossed around in spiritual circles, but what does it really mean? What does it feel like to exist in such a high vibrational state? If you're watching this, it's because you sense something deeper within yourself. You feel that pull like a magnet drawing you toward a reality that's more profound, more connected, and more alive than the one you've known. But how do you know if you're truly vibrating at the frequency of the fifth dimension? Let me take you on a journey through the signs, but more importantly, through the essence of what it means to exist in this elevated state of being. It's not just about understanding intellectually, it's about feeling it deep within your core.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
In the fifth dimension, one of the first things you'll notice is the shift in how you perceive reality. There's a lightness, an ease, and a flow to everything. Have you ever felt like you're no longer bound by the constraints of time? That things seem to happen exactly when they're supposed to, as if the universe is orchestrating events perfectly for you. This is no coincidence. Time, as we know it in the 3D world, is linear: yesterday, today, tomorrow. But in 5D, you experience time as fluid. You realize that the past, present, and future are all happening simultaneously. Everything you've ever experienced, everything you will ever experience, is accessible in the now. Can you feel that? Can you sense that the boundaries of time are dissolving for you? As we ascend into this higher vibrational state, we also begin to experience a deep sense of peace and detachment. This is one of the most profound signs that you are living in the fifth dimension. You stop reacting to the chaos of the world around you. You no longer feel the need to control everything or everyone. Instead, you trust. You trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even if it doesn't make sense in the moment. Have you noticed that? Have you found yourself letting go of old fears, old worries, and just being? In this high vibrational state, you'll also notice that your relationships change. Relationships in the third dimension are often built on the need for validation, the need for approval, the need to feel loved. But in the fifth dimension, relationships are based on pure love. Pure, unconditional love. You see the soul of the other person, and you love them not for what they can give you, but simply because they exist. Have you experienced this shift in your relationships? Have you felt that deep love for others, even when they don't meet your expectations or fulfill your desires? As we continue to ascend, another powerful sign that you're living in the fifth dimension is your connection to nature. You begin to feel the pulse of the earth beneath your feet. You feel the energy of the trees, the wind, the water. In the third dimension, nature is something out there, separate from us. But in the fifth dimension, you realize that you are nature. You are the earth, the sky, the stars. Everything is connected, and you are part of that great web of life. Have you felt that? Have you stood in awe of a sunset and realized that the beauty you see is also within you? Yet living in the fifth dimension is not just about these beautiful, transcendent experiences. It's also about responsibility. You begin to realize that your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, they all have a profound impact on the world around you. In the third dimension, we often feel like victims, like life is happening to us. But in the fifth dimension, you are the creator. You realize that you are manifesting your reality with every thought, every word, every feeling. This is why you must be mindful. Are you aware of the power you hold? Do you understand that every single moment you are shaping your reality? Now that we're beginning to understand the essence of the fifth dimension, let's dive deeper into one of the most exciting aspects of this vibrational state manifestation. In the third dimension, manifestation can feel slow, clunky, and difficult. We set our intentions, but we're often met with obstacles, delays, and frustrations. But in the fifth dimension, manifestation is instantaneous. Why? Because in the fifth dimension, there is no separation between thought and reality. When you think something, it appears. When you feel something, it manifests. But this doesn't mean you can just think about $1 million and have it appear in your bank account. It's about vibrational alignment. In the fifth dimension, you cannot manifest anything that is not in alignment with your highest self. If you are vibrating at the frequency of love, joy, and abundance, then you will manifest more love, joy, and abundance. But if you are vibrating at the frequency of fear, doubt, or lack, then you will manifest more of those things. Have you noticed that? Have you seen how your thoughts and emotions are creating your reality, moment by moment? Another key sign that you're living in the fifth dimension is your ability to let go of the past. In the third dimension, we often hold on to old hurts, old traumas, old stories. We replay them in our minds over and over again. But in the fifth dimension, the past no longer has a hold on you. You realize that it was all part of your journey, part of your growth. You forgive yourself and you forgive others. You release the past with love and you move forward with grace. Have you done that? Have you felt the freedom that comes from letting go? Living in the fifth dimension also means living in a state of gratitude. You begin to see the beauty and the perfection in everything. Even the challenges, even the hardships, are seen as gifts. You realize that every experience is here to teach you something, to help you grow. When you live in gratitude, your vibration skyrockets. And when your vibration is high, you attract even more things to be grateful for. It's a beautiful cycle. Have you been practicing gratitude? Have you noticed how it changes your energy, your mood, your entire reality? Another profound sign that you're living in the fifth dimension is your ability to hear your intuition. In the third dimension, we are often disconnected from our inner guidance. We rely on external sources, other people, society, the media to tell us what to do, what to believe, who to be. But in the fifth dimension, you are deeply connected to your intuition. You trust yourself. You listen to that inner voice and you follow it. And when you do, things just seem to fall into place. Have you been hearing your intuition more clearly? Have you been trusting it even when it doesn't make logical sense? As you continue to ascend, you'll also notice that your sense of purpose becomes crystal clear. In the third dimension, many of us struggle to find our purpose. We feel lost, confused, unsure of what we're meant to do in this life. But in the fifth dimension, your purpose is no longer something you find. It's something you feel. You realize that your purpose is not about what you do, but about who you are. It's about being your true, authentic self. It's about sharing your light with the world. Have you discovered your purpose? Do you feel that deep knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be? The third and final part of this journey into the fifth dimension is about living in the flow of divine energy. In the third dimension, life often feels like a struggle. We're constantly pushing, striving, and fighting to make things happen. There is no need for judgment. there is only acceptance. Acceptance of yourself, acceptance of others, acceptance of the present moment. Have you found yourself letting go of judgment? Have you experienced the peace that comes from accepting everything exactly as it is? As we continue to ascend, another key sign that you're living in the fifth dimension is your ability to experience joy in the present moment. In the third dimension, we often place our happiness in the future. We tell ourselves, "I'll be happy when," but in the fifth dimension, you realize that happiness is not something you achieve. It's something you are. It's a state of being. It's about finding joy in the here and now, no matter what's happening around you. Have you discovered this joy? Have you felt that deep, inner happiness that comes from simply being present? Finally, living in the fifth dimension means living in love. Not just love for your family or your friends, but love for all beings. Love for the earth. Love for the universe. Love for yourself. In the third dimension, love is often conditional. We love people when they make us feel good, when they meet our needs, when they behave in ways that we approve of. But in the fifth dimension, love is unconditional. It's not about what someone does or doesn't do. It's about seeing the divine in everyone and everything. Have you experienced this kind of love? Have you felt that deep, unconditional love for yourself and the world? As we come to the end of this journey, I encourage you to reflect on these signs. Are you living in the fifth dimension? Are you vibrating at that high frequency of love, joy, peace, and abundance? If so, congratulations. You are part of the great awakening that is happening on this planet. And if not, that's okay too. We are all on our own unique journey, and we are all exactly where we're meant to be. Keep expanding, keep growing, and keep raising your vibration. The fifth dimension is not a place you go, it's a state of being that you create. So I leave you with this question: what are you doing today to raise your vibration? How are you aligning with the energy of the fifth dimension? Think deeply about this, because the answers will reveal themselves to you in the most unexpected ways. When you truly start living in the fifth dimension, you realize that the universe is always supporting you, guiding you, and providing everything you need at the perfect moment. But this doesn't mean that life becomes devoid of challenges. Far from it. However, in this higher state of consciousness, the way you perceive challenges shifts dramatically. You stop seeing obstacles as problems or hardships. Instead, you view them as opportunities for growth, as divine lessons designed specifically for your soul's evolution. Think about the last time you faced a difficult situation. Did you immediately react with frustration or fear? Or did you take a step back, breathe, and trust that this experience was unfolding for your highest good? In the fifth dimension, you understand that everything, absolutely everything, is happening for you, not to you. This is a profound shift in perspective, one that brings immense peace and empowerment. You are no longer a victim of circumstances. You are a co-creator with the universe, designing your experiences in alignment with your soul's highest purpose. Now, let's talk about intuition again, because it's such a vital part of living in the fifth dimension. When you exist in this high vibrational state, your intuition becomes your primary guide. It's like an inner compass that always points you in the right direction. In the third dimension, we often doubt our intuition, second-guessing ourselves and relying on external validation. But in the fifth dimension, you trust yourself fully. You know that your inner voice is connected to the divine, and you follow it without hesitation. Have you ever had a moment where you just knew something, even though you couldn't explain how you knew? That's your intuition speaking to you. And as you raise your vibration, these moments of knowing become more frequent and more powerful. You'll find that you no longer need to overthink decisions or seek advice from others. You simply trust yourself because you know that the answers you seek are already within you. Another powerful shift that happens when you're living in the fifth dimension is the realization that you are a being of light. Your physical body, which once seemed so solid and dense, begins to feel lighter. You may even feel as though you're glowing from the inside out. This is because in the fifth dimension you are embodying more of your true, divine essence. You are literally vibrating at a higher frequency, and this affects not only your physical body but also your emotional and mental states. Have you noticed that you feel lighter, both physically and emotionally? Have you found that it's easier to let go of negative emotions like anger, resentment, or jealousy? This is because in the fifth dimension, lower vibrations simply cannot exist. You are vibrating too high for these dense energies to stick to you. Instead, you move through life with a sense of ease and grace, knowing that you are aligned with your highest self. This brings us to one of the most beautiful aspects of living in the fifth dimension, the experience of unconditional love. In the third dimension, love is often conditional. We love others when they behave in ways that make us feel good, and we withdraw our love when they don't. But in the fifth dimension, love is not something you give or take away. It's simply who you are. You love others not because of what they can do for you, but because you see the divine within them. You understand that we are all connected, that we are all one, and that love is the very fabric of the universe. Have you felt this shift in your heart? Have you noticed that you're able to love others, even when they don't meet your expectations? This is a clear sign that you are living in the fifth dimension. You are no longer bound by the limitations of conditional love. Instead, you radiate love from the core of your being, and this love touches everyone and everything around you. As you continue to embrace this higher vibrational state, you'll also notice that your sense of purpose becomes clearer. In the third dimension, many of us feel lost or confused about our life's purpose. We search for meaning in our jobs, our relationships, or our achievements. But in the fifth dimension, you realize that your purpose is not something you achieve, it's something you already are. Your purpose is to be your true, authentic self, to shine your light in the world, and to live in alignment with your soul's highest truth. Have you discovered this sense of purpose within yourself? Have you felt that deep knowing that you are exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to do? This is one of the most powerful signs that you are living in the fifth dimension. You no longer need to search for your purpose outside of yourself. You simply live it, moment by moment, as you follow your highest guidance. And here's something even more profound: when you live in the fifth dimension, you begin to experience miracles on a regular basis. But these miracles don't always look like the grand, awe-inspiring events we see in movies. Instead, they often show up in the smallest, most subtle ways. Maybe it's the perfect parking spot appearing just when you need it, or a conversation with a stranger that gives you exactly the answer you've been seeking, or a sudden burst of inspiration that leads you to a new opportunity. Have you noticed these little miracles in your life? Have you seen how the universe is constantly supporting you in ways that seem almost magical? This is the flow of divine energy at work. When you're living in the fifth dimension, you are in harmony with the universe, and everything unfolds with perfect timing and ease. But let's not forget one of the most important aspects of living in the fifth dimension: service to others. When you are vibrating at this high frequency, you naturally want to share your light with the world. You feel a deep sense of compassion for others, and you are drawn to help those who are still struggling in the lower dimensions. But this service doesn't come from a place of obligation or duty. It comes from a place of love. You serve others because you see the divine within them, and you want to help them remember their own light. Are you feeling this call to serve? Are you finding joy in helping others, whether through small acts of kindness or larger, more impactful ways? This is a sign that you are truly living in the fifth dimension. You understand that we are all connected, and that by lifting others up, you are also lifting yourself up. As we conclude this journey, I want to leave you with a final thought. Living in the fifth dimension is not about escaping the challenges of the third dimension. It's about transforming your relationship with those challenges. It's about seeing every experience as an opportunity for growth and expansion. It's about trusting the flow of life, knowing that you are always supported by the universe, and embodying the love, light, and wisdom of your highest self. So I ask you, as we finish this part of our journey together, what are you doing today to live in alignment with your highest vibration? How are you embodying the energy of the fifth dimension in your everyday life? The answers to these questions will continue to unfold as you walk your path, and I encourage you to embrace every moment with love, gratitude, and trust in the divine process. Remember, the fifth dimension is not a destination, it's a state of being. It's already within you, waiting to be awakened. So keep raising your vibration, keep expanding your consciousness, and know that you are exactly where you're meant to be on this incredible journey of the soul. As we wrap this up, let me remind you the journey into the fifth dimension is a never-ending expansion of love, wisdom, and light. Every step you take, every moment of awareness brings you closer to your highest self. So what will you choose today? Will you step fully into your power and live in the magic of the fifth dimension? The choice is yours, and the universe is waiting to support you in every way possible. Thank you for being here. Love, peace, and infinite light to you on your journey. As we step into the final part of this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've explored so far. You've learned that existing in the fifth dimension is not a far-off dream, but a reality that is accessible to you right now. You've seen the signs, felt the shifts, and experienced the synchronicities that show you are already aligning with the higher vibrations of love, peace, and unity. But the question now is, how do you master this state of being? How do you not just visit the fifth dimension, but live there fully, in every moment of your life? Mastery in the fifth dimension is about integration. It's one thing to have spiritual experiences, to feel moments of deep connection and clarity. But it's another thing entirely to integrate those experiences into your everyday life, so that even in the mundane moments, you are living from your highest self. This is where the real work begins. It's easy to feel high vibrational when you're meditating, or when everything in your life is flowing smoothly. But can you maintain that frequency when things get tough? Can you stay in the vibration of love and unity when someone cuts you off in traffic, or when a loved one says something hurtful? This is the true test of 5D mastery. It's not about being perfect or never feeling negative emotions. It's about how quickly you can return to your center, how swiftly you can reconnect with your higher self when life pulls you into lower vibrations. In the third dimension, we often get stuck in emotions like anger, fear, or sadness. We hold on to these feelings, replaying the stories in our minds over and over again. But in the fifth dimension, emotions flow through you like water. You feel them fully, but you don't hold on to them. You allow them to move through you, trusting that they are here to teach you something, and then you let them go. Have you noticed this shift in yourself? That when you do feel anger or frustration, it doesn't last as long as it used to. That you're able to step back, observe the emotion, and release it with love. This is a powerful sign that you are mastering the fifth dimension. You are no longer a prisoner of your emotions. You are the observer, the witness, and you have the power to choose how you respond to every situation. Another essential aspect of 5D mastery is presence. In the third dimension, we are often caught up in the past or the future. We dwell on what has already happened, or we worry about what might happen. But in the fifth dimension, the only reality is the present moment. You begin to live fully in the now because you understand that the present is the only place where your power exists. Think about it. How often do you find yourself thinking about the past, replaying old conversations or regretting decisions you made? Or how often do you find yourself worrying about the future, imagining all the things that could go wrong? In the fifth dimension, these thoughts begin to dissolve. You realize that the past is gone and the future is not yet here. The only thing that matters is this moment right now. Can you feel that? Can you sense the peace that comes from letting go of the past and the future and simply being here in the now? When you live in the present moment, you also begin to notice the magic of the universe more clearly. Synchronicities, those little coincidences that feel too perfect to be random, become a regular part of your life. You might think of a friend, and then they call you out of the blue. Or you might be wondering about a particular question, and the answer appears in a book or conversation the next day. These are not accidents. They are signs that you are in the flow of the universe, that you are aligned with the higher dimensions where everything is connected. Have you experienced these synchronicities in your life? Have you felt the universe guiding you, supporting you, and showing you the way? This is one of the clearest signs that you are living in the fifth dimension. When you trust the flow of life, you stop forcing things to happen. You let go of control, and you allow the universe to lead you. And when you do, life becomes a dance, a beautiful, effortless dance between you and the divine. But here's something important to remember. Living in the fifth dimension doesn't mean that challenges disappear. Life will still present you with opportunities to grow, to expand, and to deepen your understanding of yourself and the universe. The difference is that in the fifth dimension, you view these challenges from a higher perspective. You no longer see them as problems or obstacles. Instead, you see them as gifts, opportunities to learn more about yourself, to release old patterns, and to step even more fully into your power. So the next time you face a challenge, ask yourself, what is this situation here to teach me? How can I use this experience to expand my consciousness and raise my vibration? When you approach life in this way, every challenge becomes a stepping stone to your highest self. You stop resisting and you start flowing with the energy of the universe. And that brings us to one of the most profound aspects of 5D mastery: service to others. In the fifth dimension, you realize that we are all one. You understand that by helping others, you are also helping yourself. This is not about martyrdom or self-sacrifice. It's about recognizing that we are all connected, and that when you uplift someone else, you are raising the vibration of the entire planet. Have you felt this call to serve? Have you noticed that as you raise your vibration, you are naturally drawn to help others on their journey? As we come to the close of this journey, I want to leave you with one final piece of wisdom. The fifth dimension is not somewhere you go. It is something you are. It is a state of being that exists within you right now. You don't have to wait for some future moment to experience it. You don't have to achieve anything or become someone else. You simply have to remember who you already are. So I ask you, as we conclude, what will you choose today? Will you choose to live in alignment with your highest self, to embody the energy of the fifth dimension in everything you do? Will you choose love over fear, trust over doubt, and unity over separation? The choice is yours, and the power is within you. You are already vibrating at a higher frequency. You are already living in the fifth dimension. All that's left is to fully embrace it. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Remember, you are a powerful divine being, and the universe is always supporting you. Keep raising your vibration, keep expanding your consciousness, and keep shining your light. The world needs your brilliance now more than ever. Love, peace, and infinite blessings to you on your path. We are all in this together, and together we are creating a new earth, one that vibrates at the frequency of love, unity, and light.